Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats, dogs, chickens, first time viewers and last time viewers, I am Tony and this is Tony versus the World. Thank you for coming back. And before we get started, Jaden, hit my drop.
No, Tony versus the world!
Alright, so obviously I'm back in California, guys, and I'm the travel guy. I'm always looking for places to go, things to do, that type of stuff. But usually when I'm looking on YouTube for different ideas and stuff like that, I see people doing all of these crazy good things that I want to go experience for myself, but they never tell you how much it costs, or they never tell you what you got to do to actually get there and give you all the details about this and that. So we're going to change that today. What I'm going to start doing is just give you guys some more information, offer some value to you guys, and tell you guys how much things cost, what you got to do to get to these different places, and just give you all the details about everything that I did in this last trip that I took to St. Thomas. And then we're going to do this for each and every trip from here on out. Hopefully you guys like it. But so without further ado, what we're going to do is get started with the flight. Okay, so for my flight, obviously things are going to change for the different times that you go and the different places that you departure from to get to St. Thomas. But I started from all the way on the other side of the country, coming from San Francisco to a stop in Miami, and then I went straight to St. Thomas. I've got all my notes here on my phone, and I'm going to tell you my flight cost $479.89 to go literally cross country and all the way down in the Caribbean. Now, I think that was pretty good. And you know, I'm different. You guys like to plan things, I'm pretty sure, but I like to do things last minute. I found this price less than 2 weeks before I left. It just takes a little bit of time. You got to put some effort into finding different websites and putting in different configurations to see what you can do to get the lowest price. So I found that price for my flight. Okay, so next up on the list is accommodations. So what I like to do is, for places like this, I like to stay in Airbnbs. I like to go where the locals go, stay close to where they are, and just get to interacting with people, because they can give you a way better experience if you're like staying in a tourist area, hotel, stuff like that. So anyway, my Airbnb cost me $455.82 for 4 days. So yeah, it was a short 4 days, and yes, I already know I probably should have stayed a little bit longer, but that's what it cost for 4 days. Now, the thing about that is, I actually looked at the Airbnb website and when they gave me a receipt, and the actual stay only cost me about $285 for the whole time. The rest of that money went into Airbnb fees and the cleaning fee and all of that stuff and stuff like that. So if you look at it in terms of just how much you actually paid for the stay, $285, that was an amazing deal for what I got. So I'm going to show you guys some pictures of some of the Airbnb here. Okay, so next up is my rides in different places when I was taking taxis, and the souvenirs that I bought, and all the food for all of the time that I was there. So I did an approximate of how much all of this cost, and it looks like it cost me about $275, maybe almost $300 for literally everything. So most of the time, like I told you guys in some of the videos before, Merla, our host, she actually took us everywhere we needed to go, and you know, she may have charged us $10 here, maybe $20 here to drive clear across the island, way less than what taxis would have charged us to go different places. So that was a little bit cheaper. But if we had taken taxis, this total would have been way, way, way higher. Some of the restaurants we went to, obviously they were a little expensive, so you know, again, that elevated the total as well. Souvenirs, I didn't really buy too much. You guys know what I like to do is collect my souvenir shot glasses from everywhere all over the world, and of course I had to buy 1 or 2 of those too. So all of those combined cost me about $275, $300, something like that. So again, let's add that to the total. That was a little much, and let me just say here, all of this stuff that I'm doing here is not necessarily on a budget, so I don't want you guys to think that, oh, well, this is too expensive for me or anything like that. I'm telling you how much I spent for my particular trip. Now, of course, I could have done a lot of this a lot cheaper, to go different places and not spend that much money, that type of stuff. But this is what I did. So take all of this with a grain of salt. You can do all of this a lot cheaper if you really wanted to, and you put some effort into finding the right prices. So let's go. Okay, I'm sure this is what you guys have been waiting for. One of the big ticket items on my itinerary that I did in St. Thomas was that Midnight Sun boat tour. We went all around the place. We went through all around the island. We hit Little St. James, Jeffrey Epstein's island. We went to St. John's, and we hit Lavango Cay for a nice evening. This was all during one day. So that whole entire ride cost $550. Well, it wouldn't have cost that much, but I decided to extend the trip, and they actually charge a flat fee for the boat ride, but they also charge another fee for the fuel that you use. So all of that goes into that particular price of $550. Now, there are bigger boats that you could have rented from this company to go on different tours, but I chose this particular one to do this. And again, like I said before, this wasn't a budget trip, and obviously you guys didn't have to do this, but I'm at a point in my life where I'm valuing the experience that I have over how much things cost. So this was a great experience for me. I enjoyed it 100%. You guys saw the video. It was awesome, and I would do it again 100 times over. So that one was $550. All right, so next up on the list is that sunset sail that I took, where I told you guys I kind of got sick and my stomach really wasn't feeling it. That was pretty cheap. It was $55 a person to go on, I think it was a 2 or 3 hour sunset sail off the coast of St. Thomas. We went from the Fisherman's Cove Marriott almost all the way around the island, just sailing, talking, drinking, having fun, listening to music, all during the sunset. And like I said, I kind of missed out on a little bit of it because my stomach wasn't feeling it, but that was $55. That's something that everybody can do, and it was a great experience. I highly recommend it. And obviously, all the details for all the things that I'm talking about here in this video, I'm going to leave in the description below. All right, so next up on the list, let's talk about MAGENS Bay Beach. Now, it's a great beach to go to. It's awesome. The views are insane. However, it's not free. You can't just go there and park your car and go sit on the beach. No. Virgin Islands, they really charge for everything, like literally everything. It's kind of like being in America. So this particular beach, to get on the beach, it costs about $5 per person, and that's before you even set anywhere near the sand. You have to go through a gate, go through security, and they're basically just taking your money. That's it. So when you get there, you have to rent chairs. Well, you don't have to, but most people don't come with their own chairs and their own umbrellas and stuff like that. Well, I didn't come with mine, so I had to rent a chair and rent an umbrella, and they charge you different fees for both. So the chairs were $30. Yes, $30 to rent a chair. And what they do is they actually charge $10 to rent the chair, but like the $20 is your security deposit. So you give them $30, and then when you return the chair, they give you $20 back, and obviously they charge the $10 to rent the chair. For the umbrella, it was again $10, but they charge you like $30 or something. So again, they charge the $20 for like a security deposit, and then they give you the $20 back and take your $10. So, you know, it's kind of like a give and take, but you have to come with cash. They don't take card there. It was not necessarily a hassle, but I just wasn't expecting them to charge literally for everything. The food there, it was okay. It wasn't terrible. They served burgers, fries, chips, all types of, you know, just regular snack food and stuff like that, but it is expensive. If you can bring your own food, do it. This particular restaurant, there was really only one restaurant there. they charged about, I think it was $30 for like a hamburger and fries. So yeah, you might want to bring your own, or you know, be prepared. Don't have sticker shock when you go there, because when they say $30, they're serious. All right, so now let's talk about restaurants that you have to go to when you go to St. Thomas. You absolutely must touch some of these restaurants when you go there, and I got a short list right here. So the very first one that you have to go to is called the Smoking Rooster. So this place was an outside restaurant. It's a nice little vibey restaurant. It's fairly cheap. They serve American food, but what you have to do is get the wings. Get the barbecue wings there. You will not regret it, I promise you. I think the wings were about 20 bucks, and they give you a pound. I think they give you a pound of wings for like 20 bucks, and it was great. So I went back there 2 or 3 times, and I cannot say enough about it. They were awesome. So definitely go there. Okay, the next place that we're gonna go to is a place called Veggie Plus 2. Listen, when I tell you awesome food, amazing food, but this food will put you to sleep. It was so good. It was so much a big variety. Everything that you can get for not really bad prices. They charge like $12, $14 for a plate, stuff like that. And it was everything Caribbean, everything home cooked. And our guide, Merla, actually recommended this restaurant to us, and I cannot say enough about this place. I wish I had something like that here close to me in California. I'm sure I can get something like that, but authentic food, forget it. Go to this place when you go to St. Thomas. It's called Veggie Plus 2, and I'm gonna leave the links in the description so you guys can check it out when you go to St. Thomas. Okay, so the next restaurant we went to is called Kinky Mermaid. And yeah, it was kind of funny. We just saw this place just riding by and was like, oh, let's go there, because, you know, just because of the name, no other reason. This place, the food was, it was okay, but the drinks are pretty good. There are waitresses there, and they were really honest with us about what drink to get, what drink not to get, not so much, and their recommendations were on point. So definitely go to the Kinky Mermaid, check them out. I wish this video was sponsored by any of these companies on here. They're not, but I'm in it for you guys. Okay, so last but not least on the list is Levango. So let's talk about Levango. Okay, so Levango, they market it as this upscale place that you have to go to. You can only get there by boat. It's the greatest place in the world. Yeah, it's not. I hate to say it. It's a pretty average restaurant. It's really nice ambiance, really nice vibe. The restaurant is actually right on the beach, right on the water. So when boats sail in, you can just walk right up and you're right on the deck where the restaurant is. The vibe, thumbs up. The ambiance, thumbs up. The food, let's give it like in the middle, because it wasn't really all of that, and it wasn't cheap at all. So I think for a plate of, I think I got crab cakes and something else, and I don't know, whatever it is, it wasn't that much, but it was over $100. So yeah, it's a little overrated. But if you definitely want to go there just to go and maybe get a drink or two there, do it. However, be prepared. This is not the place to go if you're like super hungry, or you're looking for something like a excellent 5-star meal that you're never going to forget. This is not it. It's a nice place, but just understand that it's overrated. So, all right, what's next? Okay, still on my restaurant list, I'm gonna give you 2 quick places that I didn't get to go to, but I heard great things about them. Okay, so the first one is actually not in St. Thomas. It's on St. John. So you can take a ferry there, or you can get a private boat, whatever it is, you have to go to a place called Zozo. Now, again, I'm gonna leave links in the description for all of these places, but This restaurant called Zozo. I've heard some of the locals talk about this and they gave it 2 thumbs up. So I didn't get a chance to go, but I heard great things. The next time I go there, I'm definitely gonna stop by there again. The second restaurant is called Oceans 362. Oceans 362. I heard that was great too. Same thing I heard from different people. I heard from a tourist there that we bumped into that he went there and he said that was one of the greatest times that he ever had on the island of St. John, and I never got a chance to go. So if you guys go, come back to this video and let me know how it is, because I definitely want to go. I just didn't get a chance this time. Okay, real quick, let's talk about places I didn't get to go. And this always burns me up because I find out about places after I come back, or maybe on the last day that I'm there or something like that, but I didn't get to go to these places, and that makes me mad. Okay, so the first place is called Lime Out. Lime Out. Listen, if you guys are anywhere in the vicinity of St. Thomas or St. John, you have to go to Lime Out. Lime Out is actually in St. John, but it's on the far side of St. John. So if St. Thomas was here and St. John's was here, it's on the far side, all the way over here. But this is one of the places where you're definitely going to find the party. This is where everybody goes on St. John to have fun. So Lime Out is basically just a bar in the water, and you can swim up to it, have your drinks, have fun. They're playing music, everybody's partying, there's yachts out there, everybody's shooting fireworks, they got slides, all types of stuff out there, and I didn't get to go. I'm still mad about that, as you can tell. All right, let's move on from that before I get really upset. Okay, so the second place that I didn't get to go is the Pirates Treasure Museum. So when I go places, I like to see everything. I like to go to the museums, I like to talk to people, all of that stuff, learn about the culture, all of that. So I wanted to go to the museum, if even for maybe 15 minutes or whatever it is, but I just couldn't fit it in my schedule. I had other things to do. So unfortunately for me, I didn't get to go to the Pirate Museum. The third thing we're gonna have on the list is the Sky Ride. The Sky Ride to Paradise Point is like a tram car. It's like a ski lift, and it takes you all the way up the mountain, and you can get crazy views, 360-degree views of the whole entire island. It's insane. It looks insane. When you see it from the bottom, you can see the car going all the way up the mountain, and that's just something that I definitely wanted to do, especially so I can take my camera and get some shots of that for you guys. But like I said, I didn't get a chance to go. So make sure you put that on your list when you go to St. Thomas. Last on the list is Lindbergh Bay. Lindbergh Bay is the only place on the island where that has a splash zone. And I didn't know what this was until I got back to the US and I started doing some Googling, and I saw somebody on YouTube that actually went there. That made me mad. So the splash zone is, if you don't know, it's like an obstacle course in the water. So you're jumping around, sliding down slides, jumping over poles, and you just fall in the water. But obviously it's in shallow water, so there's no chance of like drowning or anything. It's like water that might come up to your chest. So it's a big inflatable raft, and you could just jump around and do this obstacle course and have fun, and I didn't go. Lindbergh Bay is actually right on the other side of the airport, so I passed by it 2, 3, 4 times while I was there, and I just never knew it was there. So I didn't get to go. That makes me mad, but hopefully now that you guys know about it, you can go on your trip to St. Thomas. All right, so let's talk about my final thoughts for St. Thomas as a whole. It's a really nice place. Obviously, I don't even need to say that. It's a really nice place to visit. Again, obviously, I don't need to say that. To live there, I'm not sure. Everybody raves, all the people that I've talked to that have lived there for multiple years say it's a great place, it's really, really nice, but the prices are ridiculous. It's kind of like living in California. If any of you guys are from California, you know, some of the prices of different things are just astronomical. You can go on the East Coast and get a bunch of these same exact things for literally half the price. So Marla, our guide that was driving us around, her and I were talking a couple times, and she told me like the housing market there, ridiculous, insane. If you want a house on the water, if you're not thinking $400,000 and above, you can forget it. All of the cheaper houses are obviously inland, which I could figure that, but I never thought that where we were, like her Airbnb area, that type of area, you gotta be looking at $500,000 or something like that. Or you could buy the land. She said even the land is super expensive, and then you have to build on top of that. It's just not economical if you're not from there, or if you don't make a lot of money and stuff like that. That influences people like me who are actually thinking about buying places outside of the United States and actually want to live somewhere when I retire. And you know, St. Thomas is a great option, but I don't know if it's going to be economically possible for me to just drop $500,000 on a house and, you know, just to have the, well, now that I think about it, just to have the views for the rest of my life. I don't know, that might be worth it. Anyway, that's just my thought about it. Great place to go, great people, great food. I can't really complain about too much. It was just, everything's super expensive there, and I wish the prices were lower. I wish the prices were lower everywhere. I'm sure everybody does, but that's just my only gripe with it. Okay, so that's gonna do it for my quick little review. I'm gonna give you guys a big total of how much all of this costs here. Yeah, like I said before, this was a little much for a 4-day trip, but this is what I decided to do because I like the experiences. This is what I like to do. Obviously, this total could be way cheaper, but you know, you got to put some effort into either not doing things or doing them a different way, finding different avenues to go about doing these same things. So that's going to do it for this video here. This was just all the details, everything that I did, how much everything cost for this particular trip. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Come back next time. I'm Tony. This is Tony versus the World, and we are out.